Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And what do we got here in the box? Let's see what we have. Something we've been needing for a while. We'd like to thank the fine folks over at BreAro, and they sent us a fuel transfer pump to try out at the sawmill. And we always are fueling the edger, or not the edger, we're always fueling up the loader, and now we got the light plant. So we take a lot of fuel out of the bulk tank to use for the other equipment. So it comes with a, I believe this is a 13-foot, it's a fuel rated hose. It could do gasoline, it could do diesel fuel, and I believe it'll pump oil. And you got the heart of the whole thing here is a little pump. It's a 10-gallon per minute pump. I think it has a duty cycle up to about a half hour before you have to just let it cool down. Two nice clamps you put onto a battery, your on-off switch, the nozzle, of course. The suction hose, I believe, is somewhere around 6 foot. Even got a little strainer basket on the bottom, so you're not picking up big, nasty chunks of stuff. They even send you a roll of Teflon tape and all the instructions and everything else to go with it here. So let's put this thing together. And according to the instructions, they had done a lot of the work for us, because they shown this more broke down than what the other one is here. So we got we'll just get the suction side done first, and it has an arrow telling you which way does the fuel go. It goes that way. So this will be our suction side, and I'm going to need to find a screwdriver here. So, looks like there'll be more than enough Teflon tape. If I can find the end of it. There we go. Just try to keep the Teflon from overlapping so it don't get sucked in, but you could use thread compound, but I don't think we need to worry about this. So I'm just going to give it a couple twists backwards here. So when I start it in, there we go, we got the thread started already. So as simple as putting this on. I'm hoping this works out good, because that's just going to save us trying to siphon out of that tank, or if you put a hand pump in and you're cranking it, you're stirring up the tank. I believe that's good. So we're halfway there. And we'll do the same thing here with the supply line. And then we'll go up and give this a try. I hope I have a battery that is charged up. So this won't be long enough to go to the bus motors batteries, but it's like static cling here. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be one of them videos, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And also I'll leave a link in the description of where to find one of these. I believe it was somewhere around $159. So it's not super expensive. They have all kind of different models, so if you're in the market for something a lot bigger, they can accommodate you. I think we're good here. So we'll go ahead and lay this out so it's not twisting around on us. There we go. And on this video, I believe we're gonna get to the stake pointer in more depth. We're gonna try it out today. Start making some stakes. There we go, we're at least in now. It's like wrestling a snake here. And all you need really to put it together is, this is 1.5 inches. There we go. And all we gotta do is put the business end on here. And we'll be good to go. So it's a lot of hose. So I'll get this attached and we're going to go up the mill and we're going to go ahead and fire this puppy up. The loader needs a drink and we're going to give it one. So we'll talk to you in a couple minutes. Well, we're going to give it a try. We did prime it up. It took a couple minutes for it to actually prime up, but we're going to make a permanent place to mount this thing once we figure out how it's going to work, and at least mount it to something solid. Don't take much of a battery really to run it. This battery is kind of old, so Eddie's getting the loader backed in here, and we're gonna, it's thirsty too, so it needs some fuel. Come on back. That'll work. Yeah, then we'll load up we'll get the loader full.
Shut the noise maker off.
Yeah.
This is going to work out, I think, well.
Yeah, I think so too. And that nozzle is going to be nice. So let's get that in there. Then we're going to fill up a couple extra 5-gallon cans. We need some fuel up Uncle Edmund's for the excavator and your skid steer. So.
Yeah.
But this is like a game changer. So once he gets the nozzle in there, this thing sort of builds up pressure until it satisfies itself. So there it is. It's ready to go. Primed. That was an issue. The thing did not want to prime. So there we go. We'll leave her run until we get a full tank. We actually got a piece of reed bar and tied to the bottom of that suction hose, so yep, run her full this time. Yeah, then we'll try to get them gas cans filled up. But yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to them and find out why.
Well, we could be doing something wrong.
Yeah,
It's pulling.
I'm wondering if that battery is just weak enough where it's not spinning the pump fast enough. We can try that too. Yeah, and then we might put a check valve on it too. I don't know, but the tank is awful low, but it said it could draw 14 feet. Well, at least the loader's getting a drink anyway.
Oh, it needed one.
Yep. Well, she's almost full, and sure beats picking up 5-gallon cans, but yeah, I think the problem might end up being a weak battery, but At least we got her primed up, and so we'll fill them 2 5-gallon cans up next. And
What we got left up there?
oh, she's saying full, but
I don't want to overrun it either. I'm going to move it down to the
yep,
other one.
good. Yeah, that way we can give the Cabalco a drink. All right. Well, let's get working on our tomato steaks here.
Got to get something done today. Love it.
All right, here we go. We're back at the shop. And I'm just going to give you a little walkthrough. We finally got the BMP on it. That was more important. But anyhow, you've seen this on the last couple videos. The cutter head, the lunchbox. I extended this a little bit more to give it more stability. I believe that is helping a lot. So, enough under the hood. And I said this thing has a sweet spot. Oh, I gotta get this. It didn't go in. There it goes. Gotta make sure your lunchbox is tight. And I made a marking gauge because at 12 1/4 it gives you the perfect point. So basically there's a stop back here you can't see. You butt your steak to it, you bring it over to the Sharpie, you pick up on it, and you got a mark at 12 1/4. How much simpler can it be? I don't know. So we're gonna fire it up. We got about 65 steaks to point. We got some 30 inchers, and we got everything cut to length, and all we need to do is put some points on them. I did not get a switch on it yet. I am going to put a switch on it. So everybody that's been commenting about it, yes, and we might even have an emergency stop on it. Someone had commented maybe put a foot pedal, but I don't think starting and stopping this motor hundreds of times is good for it. So you're better off to turn it on, point your steaks, and shut it off when you're done. So that was my decision on that. So we'll go get it fired up, and we'll go ahead and start pointing some steaks. All right, we're going to take you along here and show you how the steak pointer is going to work here. And we got the marking gauge. So you bring your stick up to it, put a little line on it. That's 12 1/4. So stop right there, and there you go. I got Eddie behind me picking them up off of the machine, and we're going to run a few here and show you how it works. That one's a little on the fat side there, but it made it. I think the blue drink tub is working out well for the dust collector. And sometimes just keeping things simple makes more sense. Because then you start having pipes, hoses, dust collectors, and I think that tub will hold a lot of chips. So far, I'm really impressed. Yeah, go on to that lumber, I think it was Lumberjack Tools. I'll try to get you some information on it. I suggest you build one if you have a sawmill and you want to increase some revenue. There's 2 other YouTube channels that I know make steaks quite regularly. Is that Wayne's World Garage. I know Riggins Ranch on YouTube. He's been doing steaks. And that don't take a second to put that line on there. And when you're marketing something, you want to keep it consistent. You want it to look the same. Like I was telling Eddie, I said sometimes the packaging and appearance is half of the selling point. And so far, I don't think there's a couple flakes of that dust on the floor. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kick this into high gear for you. Well, there it is, and this is no cleanup done. We did 65 5-footers, and we did 17 of the 30 inchers.
We call them pepper steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm really, really impressed the performance of that head. And
Nice
and also we'll show you this again, that the fuel transfer pump, I think it was nothing more, we just had a weak battery, but it did work really good once we got it primed up. And the lumberjack tools, you can go ahead and just freeze your frame and take a look at this. We have the ST2000, which is the smaller head, but we're only doing tomato sticks. We don't need, we really don't need a bigger one. I think the bigger one will do up to 2 or 2.5, something like that. But yeah, the marking system worked out very well. Just butted against that little stop. And really the dust collection, I'll pull this out of here a little bit. And you talk about some good fire starter. You let that dry and you will have the best fire starter ever. That looks like leaves. Let's, yeah, what kind of tree is this from? Yeah, it's real nice and thin. It will dry quickly. But yeah, all in all, I'm satisfied with the build here, and you're going to take these and hopefully market them.
We're going to try marketing them.
And
there'll be some happy tomatoes, I know.
And if anybody is from this area, there's a flea market called Rogers, Ohio.
That's right.
And the Eddie Horvath is usually there on Fridays.
Yeah, stop down and visit.
Stop down, say hi to Eddie, and sometimes I'll be down there walking around.
Yeah.
I'm going to have more options here coming up. I got, we're down to 8 work days, and that work thing's really cutting into our
You got to
schedule.
get rid of that work thing.
Yeah, that work thing's really interrupting the sawmill business. So, but yeah, you can see how easy it is to make yourself some tomato steaks, increase your income with your sawmill. And again, if you like these just off-the-wall videos, let us know and we'll keep them coming.
Keep going.
We got a lot of stuff to do up there. Spring is definitely springing.
Yes.
And the weather's getting nice again. We're going to do a major cleanup up there. We're going to do some pressure washing, all kind of stuff. So
We'll film it.
if you like it, please give it the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're getting close to our 100,000 viewers.
Oh, that'd be a good day.
That'd be a real good day. So, all right, we'll catch you on next one when we're doing something. All right, bye-bye.
Thanks.